A 24-year-old man just went into his baby's room, into its crib, smothered it, and killed it because it was making too much noise while the father was playing Xbox. Where's the comet at? Where's the comet at? Because I want to go on my roof and I want to start cheering when the comet just starts barreling towards this planet, just ready to wipe us out of the universe. Where's that comet at? Thank you, new dog. That was a nice contribution. You know, just when you think you've seen it all, you've heard it all, you see something like this. Has there been acts more heinous than this? That's arguable. There's obviously been people have committed multiple homicides, but a 1-year-old child is dead because their father wanted to play video games and the baby was doing nothing more than acting like a baby. This begs so many questions in my mind of just, you know, who's having kids out there, who is trusting enough to leave their child with what had to have been seen as just a completely irresponsible parent. I don't get it. I'll never be able to understand, you know, why the conclusion would have to be drawn in that man's mind that the baby is making too much noise, so therefore the only solution is to fucking smother it till it dies. I mean, worst case scenario should be just be an irresponsible parent and let it just cry for hours on end in the room. Put it in a closet. Leave it on the other side of the house, whatever, so you can play your precious Xbox, you piece of fucking shit. I can at least feel an ounce of understanding if you're just a shitbag, irresponsible parent, not a fucking murderer. Jesus Christ. A fucking kid is dead. A baby. It's not even a kid yet, it's a baby. So, I mean, and what do you do for a guy like this? I mean, I'm all for just letting him rot in jail. It's third-degree murder. He might get 20 years in jail and be back out. Anyway, there's a link in the video description to an article talking about his arrest and everything if you want to read more details about this. This goes back to what I was saying before is, you know, how could someone even feel confident leaving their child with this man? Because I find it very hard to believe that this was some sort of responsible parent or someone that showed responsible parenting qualities in his life before this. And it just makes you wonder, like abortion is legal for a reason, and this is one of those reasons that, you know, the mother of this child should have said, boy, you know, I want to have a kid and all, but Jesus Christ, this is one irresponsible guy that knocked me up. Am I going to be willing to trust him with my child alone? Because that's what happened. This guy was left alone with the kid. I'm sorry, if you can't tell whether or not the person you're leaving your child with is irresponsible enough or not to watch your child when you're not there, if you don't understand this guy up to this point, that he drew the conclusion that he had to smother the kid because it was making too much fucking noise, I'd rather be a single fucking parent struggling to live. If I had to have the child, I'd say, like, look, I'm going to have this child, but you can't be near it. Absolutely no fucking way I'm taking a chance in my life of you being a part of raising this kid. There had to be signs. Then again, I guess I just don't know. I'm on the outside looking in. Whatever. Guy could have been a choir boy for all we know. Except when he played his Xbox, he turned into a psychosomatic something or other. Unfucking believable. I'm sorry. I wish I had a better story to tell you guys, a better news story to report on for you guys today. This has been the 15-year-old getting arrested for being bullied in school. The principal had him arrested. To yesterday I told you about the 11-year-old that got knocked up by her 13-year-old boyfriend. To this. I'm sorry. I just want to issue an apology to my subscribers. I just want to see some, kooky, silly shit and see me make, funny spectacles out of just shit in society. I can't even find any way to make any of these last 3 videos even remotely humorous. I hope you're just entertained in some way or another. I don't want this to turn into just like, just a depressing story. But man, when my inbox blows up and it's people sending me the links to this, oh my God, look what happened, and people are just outraged, and fucking hell. Again, where's the comet? Where's the comet? Take this fucking planet out. Jesus Christ. A 24-year-old father killed its infant child because it was being a baby. For no more than being a baby. What do you expect the kid to sleep 20 hours a day so that you play your Halo? Christ, and there's nothing wrong. And again, I don't want you guys think I'm bashing on video game community. I'll show you right here. I've been playing these 2 fucking games the whole past week, wasting a ton of my life on this shit. Anyway. I can't even comprehend this. Like, I'm speechless to say, like, oh, okay, let me talk on what we should do to this guy, what form of torture or anything like that. Like, I can't even just creatively go there in my mind, because I don't think anything is justifiable as retribution. I mean, let him rot in solitary confinement, whatever. Kill him, put a bullet in the back of his head, whatever. Nothing is going to bring forth the retribution. And I can only imagine what the fucking mother has to say to this. Or I don't know, maybe she's just some abused wife or girlfriend. No, I think it was a girlfriend, and just make excuses. Well, did cry a lot. Anyway, I don't even want to go into hypotheticals. Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. What's the next news story I'm going to report on for you guys? A teacher brought a machine gun in and just killed their students because they wouldn't go to sleep during nap time. I mean, is that like that? I'm thinking about it, well, maybe that's not too much of an exaggeration. I don't know. I might as well just make a video saying that, because it's probably just going to inevitably happen one of these days. Anyway. Have a great day, a better tomorrow, and don't be surprised when the comet comes barreling towards this planet. Take care, guys.